Hey guys, I'm Ryan from Contender Bicycles. Today I'm here to show you the new Mondraker Arid RR SL. Mondraker's been making carbon bikes for about 16 years, and this is their first gravel bike short of the previous Dune, which was an e-gravel bike. One thing I really like about the Arid family, there's 4 builds. They all use the same 1,250 gram frame. The frame set's available for $21.99, which is a great deal. This particular bike is the RR SL, so this is the top platform. So one thing I really like about the Arid family, it has 5 sizes. So there's a small, a medium, a large, and an extra large, and then they've wedged a medium large in between for those who are kind of on the fence. This frame checks all the boxes for a carbon gravel bike. It has storage with this cool pivot style setup, all the eyelets and bosses that you'd ever need for bike packing or adventure racing. Internal cables up front, T47 threaded bottom bracket, a 27.2 round seat post. If you wanted to run a dropper, you could do that. Comes with an integrated computer mount. So there's 4 builds of this bike. The top 3 are the SRAM groups. This one's the top build, so it's got the SRAM Red Explore, which means it is a UDH frame set. The second tier is a SRAM Force, and then Rival, and then there is a GRX, Shimano GRX 1x12 build. The bikes represent great value and have really good parts kits. As evident on this bike, I like that they're using name brand wheel sets. Like this bike has zips. It wouldn't be a Mondraker if it didn't have some cool geometry features. So they're definitely a little longer bikes and built around running a shorter stem. And then one thing I really like is it has a low standover, so you don't really need to consider standover height and picking which frame size works best for you. So real quick here, we grabbed a Arid RR. So this is the second tier. It's the same frame. Psyched to see the Mavic all-road carbon wheels back in the US. It's got a SRAM force group with the spindle-based power meter, 1x12. It's also got the Mondraker's house brand. It's got the on-off carbon seat post, carbon bar, same internal routing as the top bike, physique saddle. Really great bike for $64.99. Here's the Arid Carbon, which is the 4th tier of the Arid family. Again, the same frame. This bike's got the Shimano 1x12 GRX mechanical shifting, and then it's got a nice aluminum Mavic wheel set at $32.99. This is a really great entry-level gravel bike. So some of the other bikes that we have in the store that are really competitive with this would be the ENVE Melee and the Santa Cruz Stigmata. Lots of similar features, threaded bottom brackets, storage, 50 mil tire clearance, and UDH trailer hangers. So very similar. This bike definitely represents a great value. Like I said, a $21.99 for the frame set. That's definitely a really great deal. So I was lucky enough to go to Elche, Spain, where Mondraker's headquarters is, right around the launch of this bike, and get to ride the second tier frame, the second tier bike with the Force and the Cosmics. It's an awesome bike. It's really stable. The bike has some compliancy by this kind of funky design here. When we were riding the bikes in Spain, we didn't really get a chance, but it was nice to know that the bike can hold 3 bottles. It's got fork mounts. It's got some rack eyelets in the back. It's just a really great riding bike. 50 millimeter tire clearance, which is something that's pretty common on bikes like this now. So it's really going to shine on the little bit rougher rides, and really super capable. In Spain, we had a chance to ride kind of as normal on a gravel bike, a 50-50 kind of road and dirt ride. On the road was really smooth, and I was surprised at how like the bike still felt kind of sporty. And then when we got to the dirt, it was harder surface with just a little bit of kind of marbles on top, and it was really nice to have the 50 mil tire and just have the traction and comfort of the bigger tire, but they still rolled pretty well, so I was excited about that. This is my bike. I'm typically in between like a small and a medium. I went with the medium on this bike because I have like a little longer torso, and I like the longer top tube and the stability that brings. The medium bike does come with a little bit wider bar, and that'd be okay for me. I probably would go to a little narrower bar just because I will ride it on the road a little bit too. So, but all in all, it's just a really great spec bike. And you know, with the SRAM red and the zip wheels, it's a pretty dang good value. It has the power meter. Pretty much just add pedals and bottle cages, it's ready to roll. When we had a chance to really take a look at this bike, there was a lot of question about who the Arid's for. For sure, it's a little maybe slated like out of the box towards somebody who's riding maybe some of the rougher stuff and just maybe going to spend more time on the dirt than on the road. But really, a bunch of that factors down to how you have it set up. So that would depend on like what tires you have, and again, like I mentioned, using like a little narrower bar or whatnot. So just the bike definitely is a really capable gravel bike and could be used for racing. At the same time, if you wanted to just do some more like big long adventures, it'd be great for that too. So that kind of wraps up the Mondraker Arid family of gravel bikes. We're stoked to have Mondraker in the shop this year, and yeah, if you have any questions, just reach out to us. We're really excited about these bikes.